28th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh HaChaim.
So that's the first part of this sentence over here, even though it's in the middle of a sentence, because he really is, the sentence started with the beginning of the parak, but this is, like we said before, it's a kamo kain construct. Ukamo. We just did the kamo part, and now we're going to do the kain part. Just like blah, 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 kain, so too, blah, 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 blah. So what's the blah, 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 the second part?
Okay, so kain hu be'inyan ha'avonot shel hanefesh achotat chas v'shalom. So too.
So too, kain hu ha'inyan, so too is the matter of avonos shel hanefesh achotas, the sins of a soul that has done sin. Chas v'shalom, God forbid.
Okay. Kevan shechein keva hu yitbarach birtzono.
Kevan shechein kova hu yitbarach birtzono. Since it is so that that is the case, that Hashem, may he be blessed, has fixed this this reality, this spiritual reality is what he's going to be talking about, Britzono, according to his will, that there is a teva, there is a certain way that things work.
Okay, so what's that? Teva Sedur, or Sidur, it looks like.
Right?
Matzavam, in Yenehem Shel Ha'olamot.
Right. So this is the way Hashem has set things up, and it's all according to His ratzon that it be set up in this way. That there is a certain teva, there's a certain way that He's made things to run according to. And what's that way? There's a siddur, not an art scroll one or a Matsudas one or any other type, but there is a certain order of things. Matzavam, in regard to the situation, v'inyanehem, and their various matters that are pertain to that setting up of what? Shel ha'olamot, of the worlds. This is the way that Hashem set up the world. How did He set up the world? Shemasa ha'adam. And we continue.
Okay, Shemasa ha'adam ha'tovim ora'im has v'shalom heim be'inyan ma'achal mazon lahem.
Right. The setup is that the doings, we said, not simply the actions, but also the dibor, the speech, and even the machshava, the thoughts, that all is included in Maseh Ha'adam, Hatovim o Ra'im, Chas v'Shalom, whether they be good actions or whether they be not so good actions, Chas v'Shalom, God forbid, that they are not very good. Hem ke'inyan machal umazon lehem. These Masa Adam they are, for better or for worse, they are the machol, they are the food, and the mazon, and what will sustain lehem, them, meaning them, the olamot.
Oh,
So Hashem has set up this system. He set up the world. That this is the way the world works.
mhm. Okay. Okay. That's for Shalom. Okay. Can you, okay, Lahem. Okay. Ain, Shayach, the Taranut, Bazeh, let's see, Behu Mukrach, Laharik, Lich Luch, Atuma, Shahag Shehigbir, Ba'avonot, Ba'alomot.
Right. So it's not ain't shayach vatronos bezeh. It's not a matter of overlooking something. It's not something that Hashem is I don't want to say that he's not capable of overlooking it, but he's set up a perfect system over here according to his ratzon. It runs exactly the way that he wants it to run, and the way that he wants it to run is absolutely perfect, and there's nothing deficient in it whatsoever. And so that for that reason, that the actions of man will have their effect on the olamot is a spiritual reality, according to Hashem's system and the way that he created the world. And so therefore, if someone does an Aveira, so it's not a matter of Hashem overlooking it. It's not even it's like, the poison doesn't overlook the fact that you ingested it. Not you, Chas v'shalom, but for example, if a person would do such a thing, it's not possible for the poison to overlook itself. So too, it's not part of the way that the Hashem set up the world to work, that he's going to overlook things. So in other words, when a person Chas v'shalom does an Aveira, it's going to have a spiritual effect on the olamot. That's the way it works. That's the spiritual reality. So therefore, he says, "V'hu muchrach laharik lichluch hatuma." And so therefore, the tuma has been the resulting tuma is there, and it's not a matter of overlooking it. That's not the issue. The issue is that it needs to be removed. It needs to be removed either by tshuva or by some other yisurim, but it needs to be removed, and otherwise the system is not going to function properly. Shehigbir ba'avono ba'olamot. That's what happens when a person does an aveira, that the powers of lichluch and tuma, they are unleashed into the olamot al yedei echad mishnei hatikunim. Oh, that's what we said before. And it needs to it needs to be removed through one of two means that we mentioned before, and those two means are either tshuva or yisurim. Okay, now we go on to the last paragraph. It's probably also a one-sentence paragraph. And we go to Lou to continue. Lou, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Great. We're up to V'ata Techazeh.
V'ata
Ubein tovin. Ubein tovin.
we're still in 7, correct?
No,
No, we
No, we're in
moved up.
8 actually. Chet.
We're in 8. V'ata
V'ata techazeh. Ubein tavin, and you now can see and understand.
So we're in 8.
Yeah,
Okay, v'ata
spelled with a vav ayin tough hey.
v'ata techazeh v'chi uvin tavin inyan ha-tosefes v'ribui beracha. Now you will see and understand the concept of the additional increase in the bracha.
This riboy bracha.
Uma rav otem tzorech avoda senu hakadosha bichlal es atzmus ha'amadas ha'olamos. Okay, so and the tremendous requirement for holy service in general to cause the worlds to essentially exist. Ula hashpia besocham rov berachos v'tosefes kedusha. Okay, and to draw the influence to you. Abundant blessings and additional holiness. Umitzad his chabrus atzmuso yisbarach alehem kifi haratzon ha'elyon yiskarach shemo ki'inyan ha'achila I'm not really getting this.
Okay. So Vata, and now Tekazeh, you can see Ubein Tavin and understand, really understand. Inyan Hatosefes V'Riboy Bracha. This whole matter that we've been discussing from the beginning of this shar, that we said that the word Baruch in a bracha that's made represents the Tosefes V'Riboy Bracha, the increase and the proliferation, both in the amount and in the quality of material and spiritual blessing in the world. And how great is our avoda to Hashem, Hakadosha, the holy service that we do, b'chlala, in our everything, all our overall avoda, el atzmos kiyam hamadas olamos, on the very existence of the worlds, that the worlds will not exist at all without this avoda. Ula hamshich, and not only does our avoda do that to make sure that they exist, but the more avoda that we do and the better avoda that we do, it will hamshich. It will continue to create a continuity in the existence of the olamos, lashpia b'tocham, to bestow upon them rav brachos v'dosefes kedusha. According to our actions, it will create great blessing and an additional dose of sanctity into the olamot. Mitzad, how so? Mitzad, his chabrus atzmuso yisborach aleihem, through Hashem's connection, his very connection to the olamot, kefi haratzon ha'elyon yisborach shmo, which is the essential will of Hashem, that this is the way that He wants it to be, that He's able to connect Himself to the olamot. That's why He set everything up like this. He wants to be able to have a means by which He could connect to a world which is lower than him, and more physical than him, and this is the way He set it up, to be able to that He could connect Himself, as it were, to the worlds. And this is just the way we said in regard to physical eating and nourishment that we mentioned over there, as far as its effects on the body. If it's good food, and it's nourishing food, so then it'll keep the body alive, and it'll keep it strong. And so too, the mazon and the chila of the worlds, of the olamot, that the way Hashem set it up, is the masim tovim of Klal Yisrael. And if the achila and the mazon is not good in the physical body, so it will wreak havoc. And so too, the actions of Klal Yisrael that are not mitzvahs will do the same thing. Chas v'sholom. That's just the way that Hashem set up the world, and of course, that's all for the ultimate good. So it has nothing to do with nekama. It's got nothing to do with one person takes a revenge against somebody else because he thinks that he did something against him. It has nothing to do with Hashem and how He set up the world. Zeh ritzono ukvodo yisborach, that's further. So now we're going to go to the next to the next phrase over here. V'zehu ritzono ukvodo yisborach. And we go back to Roy for the second time around today.
So, that's all right. There is, I'll say that.
Hidden reasons.
What's it start with? How's it go?
V'zehu ritzono ukvodo yisborach.
That's in time.
After the canal, you have a chaf, nun, and then two slashes, and then a lamed. Ke'inyan achila b'amazon canal. Then it says zehu ritzono ukvodo yisborach.
Zehu ritzono ukvodo Mata'am Komus also Yisborach Shahu al Asher Ein Bechol Tainu Laha Say Pasi through
Zehu ritzono ukvodo yisborach mitam kamus. Also yisborach shmo asher ein b'yacholteinu lahasig.
through his that who God's connection of God's essence to them as per his eternal will, just like the food and sustenance analogy as mentioned above. And this is his will and honor for reasons hidden with him, which we are unable to fathom.
Okay, so you read until the end of that sentence. Ein b'yacholteinu lahasig.
Yeah. That's what I read up to.
Okay, please continue.
Roy lechol ish ma'am hakadosh asher lechol ored sheyu ma'aseh Ritzuyim Lifonov Yisparach Zorek Zels Amaasaba Bataher Akar Bono Hatsoyo Ba'asef Teres Ba'aseh Ba'aseh Mitzvos Kolom so it's therefore fitting for every member of the holy people whose heart is concerned with his actions can be acceptable before God to force his thought and appropriate purity of intention when involved with Torah study and mitzvah performance. Mashif or Sif Al Yadei El Sel Matzon Mazon Kedusha Chadash Mos to draw down and add holiness and new light to the world through this food. is therefore for every member of the holy people whose heart is concerned that his actions will be acceptable for God, to forge this thought in the appropriate purity of intention, will involve the Torah study and mitzvah performance, to draw down and add holiness and new light to the world's spiritual food.
Okay, so what he's saying over here is he's talking about the kavanah of our mitzvahs. What's the proper kavanah that we should have when we do mitzvahs? Of course, we have a kavanah. He's not talking about that the mitzvah is intended to be a fulfillment of Hashem's command. That's the bottom line. That's what makes what we're doing a mitzvah. That we regarded as we are doing this because we were commanded by Hashem to do this mitzvah. But beyond that, he's adding on to that it's re'ui, it's fitting and appropriate for each person in Klal Yisrael that when he does a mitzvah and to join with all of the other pure and pleasing, that he wants to please Hashem and that he wants to do it with Torah Machshava, a pure intention, which is basically what we just said. What's the pure intention? Because that's what Hashem said to do. Not because he's going to get honor for it. Not because he'll avoid any comments from anybody if he doesn't do it. Not for any of those reasons, but to do it because Hashem did command it to him to do, and to l'tzarev, and to join to that basic kavanah, the kavanah that with this what he's doing, that he's adding on great kedusha and powers of purity and new forces of holiness into all of the worlds, and it'll maintain and sustain and strengthen the worlds in their ability to receive Hashem's shefa into the world, and therefore the world itself will be a place of greater blessing, both materially and spiritually. So to add that on to his bottom line basic kavanas of that he's doing this mitzvah because Hashem commanded. Okay, very good.
We come now to correct 9, Tess.
Well, now we're going to say goodbye because it's 11:31. So I see the clock today. So I'm the official timekeeper today. So have a great day, everybody. Shkoyach.
Thank you so much, Yashikayach.
All the best. And a Shvuah Tov. Umavorach.